Namaste, Vanakkam, Salama, all the way from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We're back with our podcast series, and today our guest of honor is Professor Andrew Madan Edward Ramroop OBE. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolute pleasure, always. CEO, Creative Director of Maurice Sedwell, and the Principal at the Savile Bespoke Academy.
That's correct.
Amazing. I go a long way. 2016 was an experience altogether, but it's an absolute delight and pleasure to see you here, Professor. You are here at the FAMT doing a masterclass. Would you like to let us know on how the experience was? What was the feedback?
I'm here as a guest of the Federation of Asian Master Tailors to provide, or as much as my knowledge and experiences as possible in pattern drafting, cutting, fitting, diagnosis and remedy. The objective really here is that I do not believe that your geography determines your ability or your quality of work. So being on Savile isn't absolutely necessary to claim that you're the best in the world. You can be the best in the world if you are determined, if you have an emotional connection to what you do, you can excel in your field. So that's what I've been trying to do here with the FAMT, to instill not only knowledge but a mental attitude and to have an aptitude towards the skills that we practice.
Amazing. I still remember when you said one of your one day at the academy was, what is your motto? What is your vision? What do you want to put down a few words? And I remember through your assistance, I came up with elevate your sartorial experience.
Yes.
And that's exactly what Professor said. I mean, irrespective of where you are, it's about what you put in and the effort. So I absolutely kind of relived the whole experience. A federation and coming together is what is exciting, is that you get to meet interesting personalities, tailors, master tailors like Professor Andrew himself, and relive the whole experience of measurements, body profiling, understanding body types, taking the right measurements and drafting. So that was an amazing experience.
Learning is a journey. Even now, I believe that I'm still learning. Every fitting I do, the idiosyncrasies of the figure, the human figure, is so very different. We may have the same measurements, but we could be completely different in the way we stand, the shape of our bodies. And for me, it's always in pursuit of excellence and committed to delivering excellence. And so I'm constantly learning, even though I've been in this business for almost 60 years, believe it or not, that I believe that I'm always learning. What we have and what we're guilty of in our industry is that most of us do not make any effort to upgrade our skills, to learn new things. If we were in the medical field, constantly we'll be retraining. If we were in accountancy, we'll be learning the new laws and so on. You know, government bringing new laws on taxation and so on. If we were in accountancy, we'll upgrade. So accountancy, law, whatever so-called professions you practice in, you're constantly upgrading at least once a year, if not more often. In our field, you learn the skills of a tailor, whether you're making trousers, whether you're making, band colors, whether you're making suits, and you do that for the rest of your life until retirement. And no one appears to be, I shouldn't say no one, but very few appears to be wanting to upgrade their skills. You've done exceptionally well because, you've invested in your future. You've invested in your career. And if you use the term investment in my future or my career, it's a different mindset, because you think that investment, you want a repayment, and that's what investment is all about. But the investment here is in knowledge.
No, you're absolutely right. And I tell every client of mine, invest in your wardrobe as well. So you're bang on that. 60 years, Maurice Sedwell might seem old, but Professor doesn't look like he ages at all. It was lovely seeing, it was great seeing your lovely wife and your beautiful children. I mean, two boys.
Two boys. Both.
We had this interesting video about them already with the scissors trying to make some patterns.
Yes. I've named my eldest son Andrew Madan as well. I say in jest that, in years to come, if he does become a master tailor, people will look at him and say, I thought you were a lot older than you are.
Inshallah, we hope for that, inshallah. Yes. But Professor, a message for the Indian Tailors Association, the organization. We're trying really hard to elevate the whole tailoring, the sartorial fraternity, and like you said, give them constant training, awareness, whatever it may be, increase the platform across the board. So something for the members and future prospective members?
I think the ITA, the Indian Tailors Association, is doing marvelous work in expanding and growing, encouraging and motivating the Indian tailors to raise their skills. The important thing is, if you think about the Asia region, you have Westerners that come to Asia to buy because they think it's cheaper. It is not because it's exceptionally good, but because it's cheaper. I think what the ITA aspires to do is that you'll think about it's good and it's cheap compared to the West. And I think that's the mindset you have with shoppers. Because I personally have customers coming from India. I have customers coming from Malaysia. Well, I've made suits for customers in 60 countries so far. They come to Savile because it's perceived to be the pinnacle of sartorial excellence. And as I said, and I always preach, your geography does not determine your ability or quality. I mean that very strongly, and I say that again and again and again. You know, to use a racing or Olympic parlance, you think about Usain Bolt, where he came from, and breaking world records. It is not where you trained, and it's not where you came from. It is really those that have that mental capacity and determination to excel in their field.
Absolutely. I think very well said, Professor. It's amazing. Like I said, every time seeing you talking about what we learned, what our take back was, we were going to hope to get Professor in India at some point once again. We'll share you all the links of Professor's Academy, the courses that he has online, also the Indian Tailors Association. Thank you for your time, Professor. It was an absolute pleasure once again.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. My evangelistical life is all about sharing knowledge and experience.
I look forward to a very long life with you, Professor.
Thank you.